Chosen one, from this moment forward, nothing will ever be the same. The resistance you felt, the delays, the confusion, it all ends now. Heaven has stepped in. God is taking full control. There comes a point in your spiritual walk where your strength runs out, and that's exactly where God's power begins. You've carried burdens for too long. You've tried to make sense of what seemed senseless. You've wrestled with the silence, asking, God, when will it change? And now, heaven answers with thunder. You're not hearing this by accident. There's a divine reason your spirit was drawn here. Because you, chosen one, are at the beginning of a divine shift that cannot be reversed. You've reached the edge, and God is about to part the sea in front of you. Every setback, every betrayal, every tear was not wasted. God was not ignoring you. He was preparing the stage. While it seemed like your life was stuck, God was writing a chapter so miraculous, it had to be delayed until you were ready. This is the moment where divine authority steps into your chaos. Let me say it clearly, you are not crazy. You're being called. The intensity you felt, the weight of spiritual warfare, it's confirmation. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't valuable. And you, chosen one, are a threat to the darkness. You were never meant to fit in. That's why people pulled away. That's why doors slammed shut. You were marked for something higher, something holy. And now, God is reclaiming His territory in your life. From this point on, you don't have to force what's already ordained. You don't have to beg for peace. God is releasing it. You don't have to chase validation. God is revealing your worth. You are about to see God interrupt patterns that have kept you stuck. Cycles of lack, emotional torment, self-doubt. They're breaking now. You will not walk into this next chapter bound by what was. You are being delivered into what will be. He's been silent, yes, but only because He was working behind the veil. When God hides, it's never to hurt. It's always to heal. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. Everything that was meant to destroy you is about to elevate you. Let's go deeper. You felt misunderstood your whole life. Even in rooms full of people, you felt alone. That's not weakness. That's divine separation. You were never meant to blend in with the crowd. You carry an anointing that requires isolation, because not everyone can handle what God has placed inside you. There's a reason you're still standing after everything. There's a reason the attacks didn't break you. It's not because you're lucky. It's because you're chosen. And chosen ones don't move like everyone else. You don't need to be seen to be validated. You don't need to be loud to be powerful. You've already been marked by the Most High. And now, He's stepping in to fight for you. No more battles you weren't meant to fight. No more striving for crumbs when God prepared a table. This is the season of surrender, not defeat, but divine alignment. Your role now is not to control the outcome, but to trust the process. And hear this loud. God never starts what He doesn't intend to finish. You thought He left. No, He's been walking with you in every lonely valley. And now, the mountaintop is in view. Watch how He accelerates what you thought would take years. Watch how He replaces what you lost with more than you imagined. Watch how He vindicates you in front of those who mocked your pain. Because when God takes control, everything shifts. Let's be clear. Not everyone can go with you into this next level. Some people were only meant for your wilderness, not your promised land. God is not removing them to hurt you. He's doing it to protect you. Yes, it hurts when people leave. But God heard conversations you didn't. He saw intentions behind smiles. He saw the jealousy masked as support. And He said, not in this season. Not around my chosen. You're stepping into divine exposure, where the hidden things come to light, and the truth sets you free. You will no longer tolerate less than what heaven promised you. You will no longer apologize for being gifted, anointed, different. That difference is your weapon. God is about to place you in rooms where your name was once rejected. He's about to open doors that no man can shut. Not because of who you are, but because of who He is in you. You are not walking into this next chapter alone. Heaven is walking beside you. Angels have been assigned to your journey. The way is being cleared. What you couldn't move in your strength, God is moving with His hand. This is the part where you stop striving and start receiving. Let go of the fear. It's a liar. Let go of the doubt. It never came from God. Let go of the timeline you created in your mind. God's timing is surgical. It may not be fast, but it's perfect. Your delay was not denial. It was divine development. You had to go through the dark, so your light wouldn't be fragile. You had to lose some things, so you would never idolize what was never meant to stay. You had to sit in silence, so you would hear God clearly. And now, He's speaking. He's declaring, "This one is mine." He's lifting you from the shadows. He's redeeming every broken place. This is the beginning of glory. You've been praying for peace. He's giving you authority. You've been asking for answers. He's giving you revelation. You've been begging for strength. He's giving you strategy. This is not about survival anymore. This is about purpose. You're not here just to get by. You were sent here to shift atmospheres. You carry a frequency that breaks chains. You have been trusted with divine fire, and it will not go out. Now that God is in control, you will witness miracles that defy logic. You will walk through doors you didn't knock on. You will rise in places they said you didn't belong. Because when heaven promotes, no man can demote. This isn't just a breakthrough, it's a takeover. When God takes control, you stop asking for permission to shine. You stop shrinking to fit places you've outgrown. You stop explaining your calling to people who were never meant to understand it. The warfare increases not because you're weak, but because you're on the verge of something massive. The enemy only attacks what carries a threat to his agenda. And you, chosen one, are a divine disruption. You're not just stepping into breakthrough. You're becoming the breakthrough for your bloodline. The curses that stopped your ancestors end with you. The fear that crippled others bows to your faith. The limits placed on your family, God is shattering them through you. Don't second-guess yourself now. Don't shrink in this moment. You've come too far, cried too many tears, endured too much pain to stop now. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. He brought you this far to crown you. Crown you with wisdom. Crown you with favor. Crown you with clarity. You are not stepping into chaos. You're stepping into kingdom order. It's time to release what you've outgrown. You can't carry old mindsets into this new season. You can't keep tolerating dysfunction and calling it love. You can't keep betraying your spirit to please people who were never for you. God is bringing divine alignment, and it will require realignment. Some relationships won't survive. Some environments won't fit. Some habits must die. But what God gives you in return will be priceless. He's not just shifting your location. He's shifting your identity. No more playing small. No more hiding your light to make others comfortable. You are not here to blend in. You were created to stand out, to carry the atmosphere of heaven in every room you enter. From now on, God is going before you. He's speaking where you would have been silenced. He's opening what was once sealed. He's paving roads where there used to be walls. And all you have to do is stay aligned. Stay in His presence. Stay in your assignment. Stay true to your spirit. You're going to notice people treating you differently. You're going to notice blessings chasing you instead of you chasing them. That's what happens when God's hand is on you. Favor becomes your default setting. This next level requires a deeper level of surrender. Let go of how you thought it would look. Let go of the timeline you expected. Let go of the version of yourself that was built from fear, survival, and people-pleasing. God is not building your future with the broken pieces of your past. He's giving you new tools, new strength, and new insight. You're not returning to what was. You're stepping into what's never been seen before. This season will be proof that God doesn't need the approval of man to elevate you. He's going to raise you in secret and reveal you in power. Just like David in the field, just like Esther in the shadows. Your preparation season is about to become your public moment. And when it happens, it won't make sense to the world. That's the beauty of divine control. Because while others were chasing the spotlight, you were being refined in the dark. While others were focused on fame, you were focused on faith. While others compromised, you stood firm. And now, it's your time. You won't have to force this. You won't have to fake anything. You'll just flow. Because when God takes over, He does what no man can do. Opportunities that passed you by before will come back, but this time under your authority. Connections that were broken will either be restored or replaced with something better. Resources will find you. You'll speak and doors will open. Why? Because you've been trusted, you've been tested, and now you've been chosen. God isn't just doing this for you, He's doing it through you. There are people attached to your obedience. There are destinies that depend on your rising. There are generations waiting for your yes. You're not walking into this next chapter as who you were. You're walking in as who God designed you to be. And yes, you'll feel the weight of it, the responsibility, the spiritual pressure. The warfare may try to increase, but so will your discernment, your wisdom, your peace. Because the closer you walk with God, the clearer everything becomes. Your spirit will recognize traps before they form. You'll feel peace where you're meant to be and restlessness where you're not. You'll begin to see through people, not just at them. Your perception will sharpen. And above all, you'll begin to see yourself the way heaven sees you, not as broken, not as forgotten, but as royal, redeemed, and unstoppable. God is saying, "You've tried it your way. Now watch what happens when I take over." So prepare yourself. Prepare for overflow. Prepare for sudden shifts. Prepare for supernatural favor. Prepare for people to ask, "How did you get here?" And you'll say, "God took control." This is not motivation. This is prophecy. It will happen not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit of God. You'll look back on this moment and realize, this is where everything started to change. This is where heaven intervened. This is where the storm broke. This is where the calling was activated. So breathe, chosen one. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You are right on time for your destiny. And from this moment forward, God takes control.